What up, world? What up, media? I am Drewize, and this is Drewize PumpUp. Thank you for viewing my current videos and my previous videos. Thank you for listening, commenting, sharing, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And I am Drewize. Yes. And this is, like I said, Drewize PumpUp. Now I want to talk about this. This is for the ones that exercise, the ones that eat right, the ones that are thinking about getting into shape, being a better self, but mainly the ones that do natural bodybuilding. You know? Yes. And this topic, I want you to listen very closely and pay attention and think about what I am saying to you. Because you are a bodybuilder. You may not be posing on stage. But every time when you work out at home or at the gym, break down the word bodybuilding. Building the body. Up. Bodybuilding. The body is being built. You know? So, this topic on Drewize Topics this evening, I want to talk about and challenge this, you know, because sports science say you cannot build a ton of muscle like them guys on IFBB or compete for Mr. Olympia. You cannot build that amount of muscle unless you are on steroids. You know? But I believe it's more than genetics. I believe it's all about the hard work and dedication you put in your home when you exercise or when you go out in public into a public place called the gym in your local area. You know? Genes is one thing. But hard work and dedication that they say it pays off in the end. Don't they say that? Tell me I'm wrong. You know? Please tell me I'm wrong that they don't say that. I hear all the time in songs and press conference that sports figures say, preachers, you know, even politics. They say hard work pays off in the end. So topic is, if you are a natural bodybuilder, you can gain a lot of muscle, gain mass without the use of steroids. And I'm going to explain to you my opinion on that. You know, that sports science that studies the body but don't know the real knowledge of the body. They may know a little about the muscle structure, the bone structure, and the organs, whatever, or just science, period. But sports science say these things. You cannot build a lot of muscle unless you are on steroids. You know? I can tell you where the false is. You know? Okay. I'm going to explain myself for a hot second. I used to lift weights when I was in middle school and high school. You know, at at that period time, by my junior and senior year in high school, I gained mass at the age of 17, 18 years old. I gained mass. You know? Not only because my hormone level of testosterone was higher, but by what I was taking that was legal. You know? For real. Speed time forward, I stepped away from my regimen. You know? I gained 70, 60 pounds. You know? And I got the thought to say, I'm about to do a 360 turnaround. So, I shed the weight. I started getting ripped. I started getting gains. In a 3.5 year period, going on 4 years. And I'm still making gains. Do you know that your body leaves a blueprint where you left off? You know? So when I was in middle school and high school, I was big. I was massive. You know? Ask my friends. Ask my kids' mothers. Ask both of them. You know? Ask anyone that knows of Drewize that I went to school with. They would tell you. You know? Ask my associates. You know? Ask my mother. Ask my father if you have to. You know? Now that I got back on my regiment, going on 4 years, I made gains. Taking things, products that are legal. You know? For real. So, they say, sports science say, you cannot gain all that muscle like you see them guys competing for IFBB or Mr. Olympia. False. Now, do you know what's in steroids? Do you know what's in steroids? And human growth and stuff like that. Steroids is a product from Russia. It's a foreign product. Russia used that to kick our behinds in certain sports. You know, competition. So we got into using that. But what's in steroids is testosterone. You know, these are that nature. And other junk, whatever. Steroids, this is what steroid does. It helps you to improve a lot better, recover better. Your muscles will grow faster, you know, things in that nature. But you can tell when someone is on steroids. How and what way? Look at that person's facial structure. It looks funny. It looks strange looking. You know, don't look normal. You know, it's all puffy and you just look strange. You know, and I tell you something about steroids. You know, ask the bodybuilders. They might not even say it. They don't want to talk about it. Because when Arnold Schwarzenegger admitted on Pumping Iron, he said, look at his face. He didn't want to talk about it. I took steroids and, you know, he didn't want to talk about it. You know? But when you look at them guys like Lee Haney, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Luke Ferrigno, you know, and now Flex Wheeler, he's coming back into the competition, Mr. Olympia. Now, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He don't look like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Look at Luke Ferrigno. He don't look like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Look at Time 4, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, you know. Now, look at Ronnie Coleman. Before and after. The man don't even look like that. He deflated, you know. Jay Cutler don't look like that when he once was on stage. He's still working on his mask. And I believe he's doing either a natural thing or he's doing something else, you know. But when you are on steroids and when you come off of steroids and you think you won't lose that amount of muscle that you gain on steroids, you think, oh, I'm just going to still lift weight to keep the gain. Wrong. You will lose that gain that steroids help you to get. You will lose it so fast. It is a fact. Look at Ronnie Coleman and look at Jay Cutler. You know, they lost that mass of muscle, especially Ronnie Coleman. He deflated. You know what I'm saying? For real. But when you do a natural thing, you lift weights, you train your muscles to grow natural, you won't lose your gain rapidly. It's a slow process. Slow. But when you use and take steroids to cause your muscles to grow faster, the faster it grows, the faster you lose it on steroids. I don't care if you say, I take it the safe way. It still hurts you. It still hurts you and damage you, and it will prevent. It will. You might think it won't prevent anything. But I say it will prevent you to think that it won't hurt you. But honestly, you're going on a road to the grave. That's where you're going. Because it damages your organs, it damages your bones, and damages your muscles. Because you pump in junk inside your muscles. And it damages your mind, and it damages your reproductive organ. It does. For real. So I say, and I challenge it. The Hog twins, them biracial men, the Hog twins said, when you get to the fourth period of 4 years, you stop growing. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You know, I don't believe that. You know, I am knocking on 4 years of exercise and causing my muscles to grow. And I'm still making gains in the gym. You know? And I tell you how you can continue making gains and mass of muscle. I can tell you how you keep it going. One is you must change up your routine. When you do that, that gives your body a signal saying, oh, this is different. A shock. I have to grow. You have to change up your routine. 2 is you have to take products that will help your muscles to grow. That is test boosters. The more test boosts, testosterone that you take in, the more you will become. But when you take test boosters, you have to do I think you take it for 8 weeks, I think, and do a cycle of a wash period, 4 weeks. Take test boosters. But when you take test boosters, you must switch up different products of test boosters. You cannot keep taking the same supplement product. You can't do it because your body get used to taking it. You know, it get used to, you know. And also, for muscle growth, take in more protein. More protein and up your calories, you know. Yeah. Up your calories, you know, to like 6,000 or better, if you can afford it, you know. What I mean by protein, lean meat, chicken, turkey, fish, you know, bison meat, you know, beef, yeah, it works, but too much beef is not good for you. Because it sits in your stomach too long. You know? It's a slower process to fully digest and come out. But chicken and turkey and fish is a fast digestive. You know? Anywho. What you think all the time up in here, all the time, you will become it. For example, I keep talking about this. If you look at a homosexual gay man, he go around bending his wrist, switching, and talking soft. And he thinks feminine. What it is that if a man thinks feminine all the time, in his head, in his mind, thinks feminine, you know, he started to, his face structure start looking soft like a woman. You know, smooth and everything like that. That comes from up in here. What you think all the time up in here, you will change into it. On the woman's part, lesbian woman, she want to think masculine, like a man, dress like a man, talk like a man. She start looking in the face, broader, you know, face look broad and stuff like that, like a man. Because what's up in here, you know, what you think and visualize and ponder on so much, you will become it. So when it's the exact same thing when it comes to want to grow your muscles. You know what I'm saying? It's the exact same thing. You visualize how you want to look. You know? You visualize up in here how you want to look. And you work at it to that vision. You will become. Like I said, genes is one thing. But hard work and dedication is another thing. You know? You got the best genes, whatever. The best genes. But sometimes best genes don't want to put the work in. You know? You can work at it. But the genes, sometimes you can get lazy and say, all right, confident. You know what I'm saying? You know? Hard work pays off in the end. You know? For real. Ask these CrossFit, the number one best valuable CrossFit. Ask them. Ask her what she say. What they will say. I put work in this. I put time in this. And they will say, my hard work pays off. You know what I'm saying? Ask the NBA basketball player when they get that NBA title ring. They will say, I put the work in. I put the time in. Hard work pays off. Ask them. Ask the actor and actress. You know, hard work that I do, it will pay off in the end. You know, for real. You can grow muscle. You know what I'm saying? One is change your routine up. Take in products that are legal, like test boosters and creatine. Creatine is another version of steroids. You know? For real. Creatine do this. When you take in creatine, it withdraws water from your body and put it in the muscle. Then the water from the muscle be put back in the body and you just urinate it out. You know? And when you take when you take creatine, you will notice a change when you work out in the gym and at home. You lift more, you do more reps, your endurance is high, you know? But when you stop taking creatine, your result in the gym or at home declines, you know? Same way, but a little different than steroids. When you come off of steroids, you lose muscle gain rapidly. You know, you put on a bunch of fat, you know, and you end up suffering from side effects of you taking this and that, steroids and human growth and stuff like that. But creatine and test booster is legal. You know, steroid use is illegal. You know, you don't get no receipt when you do steroids and take steroid supplements. You don't get no receipt because of that. You know, either you get it off the black market or some cricket doctor or something. You know, but it's legal to take test booster and creatine. You know, because the more testosterone you take in, the bigger you become, the stronger you become, the more muscle you gain. That's a fact. You know, it's a fact. Eating the right food will increase your testosterone. That's a fact too. You know, the more protein you take in, you know, and the more water you take in. That's why drinking water is important, because it hydrates your muscles, it hydrates you. And when you drink water, it causes your muscles to grow and expand when you are exercising, when you are on a rest period day of not exercising. But don't take too much or drink too much water, because it's not good on your heart. You know, water does a lot. Water minimizes you getting gallstones and stuff. Water minimizes all these things that goes wrong with your blood and stuff. Water keeps everything circulating right. Water hydrates the skin, making you look more youthful. You know? Yeah. So, you have to think about it. Sports science know a little about the athletic person as far as building muscles and stuff. Know a little, but not the real truth. You know what I'm saying? The real fact and truth. You know, I listen to certain men that talk about on bodybuild.com, sports science. They say whatever. You know? But they will say dedication, hard work pays off. You know? Yeah. So, you don't have to get on steroids to accomplish a mass of gain of mountain of muscle. No. Change up your routine. You know, eat right. Drink water. Take test boosters. Creatine. But with them two products, you can't keep taking the exact same product over and over and over again. You must switch up. Because you got to keep your body guessing. You got to shock your body. You know? And force it to grow. You know what I'm saying? Mind. The body follows what the mind does. Flat out. Everybody don't want to believe that. Everybody don't want to believe that. You know? Don't. But it's a fact. Why you think God put items in the earth like iron, steel, and concrete for? You know? And I'm going to talk about it. Samson. The book says Samson was a man of mighty strength. Did you know, and don't talk about it in the Bible, about Samson. Samson, somewhere down the line, had to take time out for himself to lift an horse. You know? Yeah. To strengthen. He was already strong, by God. But Samson had to test his strength here and there by lifting heavy stones and heavy iron steel of gate and dragging and whatever. But he had to lift something from time to time, repetition wise, to test his strength. Real. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to come to conclusion. I could be on stage as a press conference. You have bodybuilders that are on steroids. And you have bodybuilders that are not on steroids, are doing it natural way. I would say boldly of my opinion and what I think and I believe. I would say to the world, I would say when you take steroids, you are definitely cheating and you're definitely hurting yourself regardless if you take it the safe way or not. And I would say you will shrink guaranteed at a rapid pace and lose that muscle gain. I would say it. And I would say you're not on a journey as far as you watching and you're studying your body, how it grows naturally. You're on a journey of fast-paced muscle gain. But at the same time, your face structure looks strange and funny looking. And that is true. My natural bodybuilders will have to agree. You know what I'm saying? Because they will say, I'm a natural bodybuilder. I see natural bodybuilders competition. And I see them making gains. You know what I'm saying? And they will always say, like I just said, switch up your routine, eat right, drink water, take certain products that you receive a receipt back for. Hard work pays off. Them guys that you see on competition, Mr. Olympia, they don't look like that no more. You see Roddy Coleman, like I said, he deflated. He don't got that massive muscle no more. Jay Cutler, no. You know what I'm saying? When you see guys currently now, like Phil Heath and Dexter Jackson, that he's still pursuing bodybuilding, watch if they come off steroids. Look at their body. As a witness, look at them. Once they come off steroids, you can say Drewize was right. They don't look like they used to look when they was on stage posing. They don't look it. Taking so much growth and steroids. They don't look it. Their body will shrink rapidly. For real. Drewize PumpUp. I am Drewize. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. This is for the gym junkies. This is for the ones that take care of themselves. When you take care of yourself, you love yourself. This is for the ones that want to get into exercise. This is for you. And this is the ones that are taking a cheating product, a dangerous product, that one day, regardless if you take it safe or not, you're going down the path to the grave. Like, share, and subscribe. And that is that. Adios. Peace.